guys, it's Lynk Plays Games. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our life. So there was no denying it. Today was the very last day of summer. Tomorrow you were heading to class. Anxiety gnawed at your stomach. Alright. You'd come to think of summer vacation as the norm. Okay, so rather it being different, it was kind of a return to the normal. What did your normal life really mean? You considered how fondly your moms talked about their summer vacations as kids. Blah blah blah. This season had brought about plenty of changes of its own, like Kira's visit, though that too was coming to an end today. You're happy you finally got the chance to know her, extremely fond of her. You really didn't like her. Your mind wasn't made up how you felt. You didn't care one way or the other. I actually think she's pretty awesome. But that's probably because I feel like she's a Sagittarius. Okay, you finished dressing, which was good. Cove would be there any moment. You agreed to see his mom off together. It'd be cool if she moved. She should. Alright. Kira's visit had troubled Cove when it first happened. It had been such a sudden change. But once he was able to adjust, he's been in pretty good spirits with her around. The next thought that crossed your mind was, it'd only be polite to get the door for Cove. You went downstairs to wait. You couldn't wait to see Cove, so you went downstairs to meet him when he arrived. Let's go downstairs and wait for him. A few minutes later, the doorbell rang. You'd chosen to stand beside it to wait for Cove. There was no delay in pulling it open.
Hey.
Come on in. Back up in your room, you sat down on your bed, waited for Cove to settle in as you knew he would. With other guests, you might have offered them a seat, but you and Cove were long past those tentative stages of friendship. Your room was familiar to him as his own. Yeah, especially when he, just comes in through the window at night, in the middle of the night. Anyways. His actions weren't the one of someone who planned on moving from his spot anytime soon, even though you had an appointment to keep together that day. When's your mom leaving? We've got some time. She's still got a shower and stuff before she goes. She didn't want me to just keep hanging around while she was doing that. I can't believe she's already leaving just when I'm getting used to her being there every day. She'll be back. Okay. Cove swung his feet underneath the seat of the chair, eyes resting on you. You couldn't help but adore him, both as a friend and in a way that plucked at your heart. Maybe it was because summer was almost over, your feelings were rushing in on you now. Summer was such a meaningful time for the two of you. Not only because it was when you first met, but because it was a season that you could spend almost entirely as you pleased, and you both chose to spend it together. Let's tell Cove. Be bold. Alright. Nope, you couldn't do it. You were scared, but just kissed him. You kissed him. Handled it cautiously. Just kiss him. Oh, first kiss. Your move was so fast and sudden that it had not only pinned Cove to the back of the chair, but made it roll back a couple of inches, breaking the impulsive kiss. That and his stunned red faced expression made him seem like he had just come to the end of a roller coaster ride. I'm sorry. What? Is he laughing?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
That's... Yeah? I would be panicking. I would. If someone reacted like that when I kissed them, I'd cry. But... Okay. With some newfound confidence, he drew himself up as he inhaled deeply. Aw, just liked... I mean, we only knew each other since we were kids, but you just like me? That's fine. A lot. Oh, okay, it's a lot, guys. He likes me a lot. Really? God.
Thanks for waiting for me.
Okay, that's cute. He's a soft boy. That's cute. A little annoying, but cute.
Oh my god.
So, does this mean I'm your boyfriend or something now? Should we tell our parents? There were a lot of concerns in there. You honed in on the simplest. There was no way your moms would just let you have a boyfriend even though... My parents won't let me have a boyfriend or even a something. Okay, but they know. That's... It doesn't matter though, we like each other. That's what's important. Nobody else thought... Nothing anybody else thought about your relationship changed what it was between the two of you. Aww. We got it. Oh, you guys can't even see it. We got an achievement. We can get it to work. We always figure things out sooner or later. This is too cute. You nearly forgotten the world outside your room. If you're quick, she might keep the mandated motherly smothering to a minimum. You doubted that, but it was nice that they had their strange sense of humor in common. Aww.
Oh.
The door's open. Dad must be taking her stuff out. She's really gonna leave. This isn't the last time you're ever gonna see her. I actually do wish Cove's mom could just move in right down the road, right next door or something. Like, that would be great. We don't have to head over there if you don't want to. No, it'd be worse if I miss her leaving. I would never say that. No, you always... Especially if you, like, really are close to your parents, you never leave without saying, you know, goodbye and I love you. Like, you have to... You have to. Like, I don't end a phone call with my mom unless I tell her that I love her. That's just, Sorry, trying to situate myself because I know his mom's gonna be right here in a second. There we go. Told you. Anyways, good timing. I just called the taxi. It's good to see you today. It was fabulous getting to know you this summer. I'm glad I got to meet you too. Hopefully it won't be too long before we see each other again. She patted Cliff on the arm with a warm smile, crushing Cove with a hug.
I'm so glad.
I'm so happy this trip was a success. They're just sitting there thinking, you asshole. Alrighty. She spoke her next words in a whisper that had been meant for just her son. Do you want to unshelve it?
What's wrong?
Uh-oh. Cove sighed and his gaze flickered over to you for a moment, then just as quick, back on his parents.
Really?
I don't want to do it now. I can tell Dad later. Nervously, you watch the exchange with the growing suspicion that Cove didn't want to have a conversation while you were there. You wondered if you should offer to leave, then Kira gave Cove a pat on the head. You can always call me if you want me to be a part of the conversation. I'll call. Thanks, Mom. What? You watch as his shoulders slowly relax. You figured that he decided to wait for Cove to be ready to talk to him. After that, it wasn't long before the taxi arrived. That's my ride. The matching reply got a chuckle out of Kira as you all filed out of the house. Once outside, you spotted your family waiting by the street, and to your surprise, Derek was also with them. He stood uncomfortably and waved as soon as you noticed him.
What's up?
When did you get here? My dad dropped me off a little bit ago that I could come visit one more time before school started.
Sorry.
You picked a busy time.
Sorry.
I wasn't even thinking that your mom would be leaving today. I'm sorry, dude. You're not interrupting anything. You're always welcome here. It would have been sad if I didn't get to say goodbye before leaving. Derek came to hang out often, so it was inevitable that the two had met at some point this season. It was apparent that Derek would have preferred to have gotten there at a more opportune moment. He never liked seeming impolite. It was fun getting to know you. Alright. Kira took one last look at everyone inside. Alright, don't want to keep the driver waiting. Time to head out. Alright. I'll call when I get to the airport and when I make it to Nevada. See, look, I'm glad that they're getting along. That's so great. Could you call tomorrow too so I could tell you how school went? Oh. Finally, she walked to the car while waving and took her seat in the taxi.
Bye.
Oh. See you again. I wish she would have just moved. That would have been great. You jumped a bit when your mom put a hand on your shoulder, pulling you away from your thoughts. This was a great vacation, huh? Summer isn't over until the second I fall asleep. Alrighty.
Well,
It's almost lunchtime. I think I'll put something special together. But you could use some help with that. That'd be absolutely wonderful. Is there something I could do?
How sweet.
It's not your job. Technically, your dad left you under Cliff's watch. You're meant to be taken care of by him, not doing chores for the neighbors.
It's okay.
Oh. Why does he look like so much younger than Coven me? Apparently he's as old as we are, but he looks so much younger, but okay. Alright.
Sounds good.
Putting so much pressure on my wrist, it's hurting. I did not read any of that, so
Thank you.
sounds like a plan then. We don't want to cramp your style. I've got some stuff to work on so I can be out of your hair this afternoon. You should come by later too. No reason you should be the odd man out.
Thanks very much.
I appreciate the invite. I can help too. With as many people as you're feeding, that's going to be a whole lot of food. Didn't you hear what we told Derek? It'd be unfair to make you cook when we're the ones inviting you in.
Come on.
This would be a break for me. I'm quite the chef.
True.
An airtight argument. If you're sure, we'll be happy to have you, Chef Cliff. Aw, I love that. Then all us grown-up people will be heading inside. I assume the rest of you kiddos are staying out? Maybe not all of them.
Alright.
I'll stay with the kids.
That's fantastic.
Both your moms smiled at her, while Derek and Cove didn't seem to appreciate her phrasing. See, he just looks so much younger. Alright. So what now? You silently wondered if Elizabeth only stayed out with you to avoid getting roped into work. Then again, she could just genuinely want to hang out. You couldn't tell with your sister. Cove spoke up after no one else did to answer Elizabeth's question. Want to go down to the shopping street? It's been a while. Don't think there's a lot of other things we could agree on.
Awesome.
Unlike you guys, I haven't been there 1,001 times, so it's new to me. Let's do it. Alright. The four of you looked around at the familiar shops, trying to see if anything caught your attention this time. That's so cool. Ran over to a street magician who was currently doing a card trick. Alright. What does it take to perform here anyway? Do you have to ask somebody, or do you just show up and start doing stuff? Who would you even ask? It's a public street. Hey, Miss Mayor, can I pull a rabbit out of my hat, please? Flopsy is well behaved, I promise. Maybe there's a boss of the shopping street. No one does any of this around my neighborhood. It's just regular stores behind walls. It's different if someone wants a real store, but here I'm pretty sure people are just putting on their own little shows whenever they want to and do whatever. What would we do? Well, I don't know what. Not yet. I mean, I just found out it's a possibility, you know? There's gotta be something. We know cool stuff. I'm sure we could think about it. You know what? It's a great idea.
Nice.
It'll come to us. Alright. You know, this is a world with what looks like 9 continents. I think you're both wrong. No, it's Australia. When you saw a familiar face down the way, it all made sense. Not Jeremy. Not that. No. Glared at him. Her gaze swept over to Jeremy without a hint of a clue. I'm glad he's not gonna start anything. See, that was the mean kid. She still didn't get it. The first summer day hadn't made nearly as much of an impression on her as it did for Derek. Just forget about him. I already have. Well, la-dee-da, whatever. Okay, your eyes wandered to where Jeremy disappeared. You hadn't forgotten the day you met him either. Alright. Jeremy's probably gone for good now. It's time for him to go back to wherever he's from. His family's gonna move down there. Aren't they? Still think it's kind of sad Jeremy turned out to be, well, like he is. It would have been nice to make another friend. Maybe he'll be nicer in the future. Jeremy wasn't unlike anyone you had ever met before. Kind of pitiful. Thought he was stupid, thought he was weird, horrible. He was weird. Alright, didn't take long for everyone to return to joking. The little trip had flown by and lunch must have been waiting for you now. Alright. Can't wait. Let's go then. Piggyback ride! You're only one big enough to get me on. Come on, it'll be fun. Me. You carefully crouch down in front of you so you can climb on. Alright. You were glad Cove went with it. Along with that, he also seemed to feel some pride to be carrying you. Aww. Alright, so Derek got to the front door, held it open for everyone. As each of you moseyed inside, the three parents were still in the kitchen. Alright, welcome back everyone. You made it just in time. Hope you're hungry. Did you pull something, Lynk? I'm okay. Aw, Cove, you've gotten so strong. And reliable too, what a guy. So did everyone have a nice time out? Alright. The parents shared a look at Cove's reaction. It seemed that he was struggling with how to act normal around his dad and your parents, or both, after what happened between the two of you upstairs. Really? You're gonna tell on us, dude. That's good. I love Cliff. He's great. Oh my god. It's a good thing we had 8 chairs. Can't remember the last time we've had a group this big over for a meal. Okay. You passed Cove his drink. Your hands touched. Cove froze. You'd already let go, not yet realizing that he was too distracted to function in that moment. Glass fell down to the table, landing with a sharp clatter of glass on wood.
Sorry.
I'll just get a towel or something.
Well,
Cove, what's going on? You've been a little out of it today. Did something happen? Oh. Spoke up to cover Cove. That just made it obvious! Oh my god. And you shouldn't slouch. Oh! You shouldn't be impolite to a guest in the house either. Oh! A lot of you can learn a thing or two from Derek. He has the best manners here. Aw. Notice that too. It's always nice when you stay over Derek. And do you have anything good to say about our other guest? Or is there just nothing to say? Wow. Oh my god, I love that. You should know after all these years, Cove is hardly a guest anymore. You joked that Derek was basically an adult. Next time Derek really is going to stay inside to cook. He's practically a mini adult. If he's joining us grown-ups, then you're gonna have to treat him like one. How go your taxes? That would be me. Soon it was time to part ways. It'd be cool to stay, but we have some stuff to do before everything closes today. Yeah, bye. Could you move? I need the phone. Wow, that's rude. Your sister made a beeline for the phone, started dialing the number of what you figured was one of her friends. Alright. See you later, Cove. We gotta do this again sometime. Yeah, see ya. Gave him a hug. Seriously, dude, we'll have to hang out later. I'm gonna miss you during school. Alright. He elected to stay outside in front of the house to wait for his dad. Although he was originally Cove's visitor. Thanks for waiting with me. You want to go for a walk? Alright. You turned to him when you had noticed that he wasn't saying a word. That was unusual. Somehow you ended at the old park near the beach. However, nothing came up from him. He turned away and the smile fell from his face. Is everything okay? I'm a little sad. It's just with school started back up, it's gonna be harder to visit.
Sucks.
It sucks that we go to different schools. What if we don't have time? We'll make time. We can talk over the phone and have plans for weekends. It'll be okay. Then he turned to the ground again. I actually wanted to talk to you about something if you don't mind.
Sorry.
I was just kind of wondering, do you like guys at all? Like, would you ever want to be with someone who was a boy? Oh, does he have a crush? Let me also jump up here again. Hello, hi. Let me just be honest. I mean, I could be with a guy. So what I mean is there just any guy you would think is kind of cool that you like around here? Not at school or anything like that. You already knew the answer. You had confronted that very topic this afternoon. Didn't look surprised at all. I thought so. That's cool. I really hope things work out. Thanks for answering my random questions. I hope we'll always be friends no matter what. Aww. so too. I want us to be friends forever. Then for sure we have to make the most of next year, then the year after that, and the year after that. We'll make the most of every year. Alright. After Derek went back home, you decided to settle in for the night, stretching your arms over your head, and noticed the living room and the film were free. Called Lee. Can you talk? Definitely. We practically have to. School starts first thing tomorrow for me. Starting next week. I thought that was bad. Enjoy your last week. Oh, I will. I hope you survive your first day. I need a good year. Okay. Began to speak about the time you went over to Cove's house for dinner. What else happened? Oh, we played card games. His parents are cool. Let's talk about her. What was the big highlight of your summer? Come on, tell me. So a high point for me was when I took a trip with my parents to Europe. Oh, damn. Well, what happened? Get to leave, didn't want to bring it up now. As expected, a screech loud enough to me for you to still make out clearly from a distance crackled through the speaker. When you felt it was safe, you put the phone back against your head. Why didn't you say so sooner? He had to have kissed you back, right? Aww. But soon the approach of curfew became too much for you to ignore. Okay. You left the phone on the side table for now. 10 minutes until your moms would be insisting you had to go to bed. Stretch your legs out on the couch, sighed in defeat, watching the minute hand change 1 minute closer to bedtime. You arranged yourself, feeling restless, looked out the window and startled initially. When the surprise faded, you realized it wasn't much of a shock at all. Ran outside to meet him. Alright. Noticed right away Cove looked happy to see you. You weren't sure how long you'd get before your mom served you back inside for bed. I guess I was feeling kind of weird about stuff, so I'm getting some fresh air before bed. How you feel? It's hard to stay still. Tomorrow's gonna be the start of a new year. Cove let himself fall back onto his butt and all the way down, so he was laying on his back. You lowered yourself to lay back on the hill.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for being all awkward when my mom was leaving. Just wanted you to know that I talked to my dad about how I felt and things, and it's okay now. Did his dad confess about that? From the way Cove talked, I guess he hadn't. There was more to Cove and his dad. Cove and his dad should talk about, but it was a relief to know they had made a start. Let's see. Cove glanced back at you, waiting for a response. He had no idea what to say. What? It's you, huh? That's what you do all the time, so I'm being you. I don't do it that much. Alrighty. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you then. The hills felt warm to you that night. Before you knew it, you were getting comfortable under the covers in your room. It was hard not to think about Cove. You felt excited. Alright, slowly your eyes grew heavy as you drifted off to sleep. You were ensnared in a dream when a noise from the outside world jostled you. Your eyes snapped open. The lake ladder continued. Now you were more alert. Not much work was needed to puzzle it out. It was from the window. You sat up in bed, opened the window wide. There was your neighbor crouching on your windowsill. He was fully dressed, though not for school. He was wearing a wetsuit and a shy smile. So technically we won't be back to school for a few more hours. Classes haven't actually started yet, so do you want to hit the beach with me one more time this summer? Here we go again. Okay, you guys just both snuck out. Okay. Like, your parents aren't gonna come to your room to wake you for school or nothing. Okay. Alright. So I'm actually gonna have to end this video here because it's gone on a little too long. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.